Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the Fortune Eagles Screen Share webinar. My name is Greg Phillips. I'll be your host. We hope you guys had a really great week. The summer's over now. It's time to get busy, because here we go. There's a lot of interesting things going on. Probably a lot of you know that the Queen passed away today, so I don't know how you feel about that, but it is what it is. But this is the time now. Like I said, the summer's over. We can put away our grills and stuff and get ready to make the Fortune Eagles platform the most powerful gifting platform there is on earth. So that's what we're here to do. So all we really want you guys to do is invite your friends and family to come to our calls every Thursday night at 8:30. Come see what we have to offer. You don't have to, try to convince them. Just have them come to the calls. We'll do the heavy lifting for you. We'll answer their questions, and they can decide for themselves if this is something that makes sense for them to do, because that's all we want to do. We basically want to place the opportunity of Fortune Eagles in the hands of people, and then they can make up their own decisions as to what they want to do. So with that being said, Brian, back to you.
All right, great. And again, I'd like to thank you as well. My name is Brian Frazier. For those of you that can make it, and for those of you that are looking at the recording, you could be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be here, and we really appreciate that. As always, we always like to start out with the plight of the platform, and right now things are going very well with the platform. It's not moving very fast. People have slowed down a little bit, but that's okay. We understand that. And but people are still coming to the platform. People are still getting themselves acclimated, and the gifts are still flowing, and that's all we can ask for. 14 Eagles, as you'll see as we go through the presentation tonight, is that 14 Eagles is all about community, and so and you'll get a whole dose of that as we go through this, because money is just an object. And so that's what we want to treat it as. We want to change the mentality and the mindset of how we deal with money, and we want to put our focus on the people. And so that's what this is all about. So with that being said, let's get into it. Again, we really encourage people to come to our community website, because our community website is where 95% of all the information that you want to know about 14 Eagles is located. If you come to 14eaglesden.com, that's www.14, the number 14, Eagles with an S, DEN.com. And if you come to the community website, on the home page, if you scroll down, you'll see our welcome. Our welcome will give you a good perspective of what 14 Eagles is truly all about. And I encourage you to read this. It's not very long, it's very short, but it's very succinct and very straight to the point about what 14 Eagles is and what we're trying to do. A lot of people come to gifting platforms, and the main thing that's on their mind is the money. But here at 14 Eagles, you will soon learn that 14 Eagles is more than just a gifting platform. We're here for the community. We're here to help people, and to help people to shift their thinking and to uplift their conscious awareness about what's going on, not just in their own towns and in their own cities and states, but across the country and around the world. With technology today, the world has gotten a lot smaller. And so we have to get mindful about what's going on around us, because if it affects one, it affects us all. And so we have to understand that. And we have to understand what's going on in the world and how we're being affected by it. And so that's what our 14 Eagles is mostly all about. Getting communities together to help each other, to teach each other, and to mold and uplift and shift our thinking in the right direction, to where humanity becomes the main focus of what we're trying to do and push forward, not money. Okay, money is just a tool. And that's hopefully what you'll learn as we get involved with 14 Eagles. All right. So yeah, please read the welcome, understand what 14 Eagles is all about, and I think you'll get a great perspective of what's going on. Um, One thing I always like to point out in the welcome that really touches me is that in the welcome where it says there's a universal law, God's law. Whatever you give out into the universe, you get back in abundance. And that is so true. You know, we always have to be mindful of our intentions. We always have to be mindful of the energy that we give out on a day-to-day basis. And so that's why we have to be mindful when we get into a gifting platform, and especially here at 14 Eagles. When you give, you want to be mindful of your intention and the energy that you're putting into that giving. You want to give right from your heart. You want to give from the heart. You want to give with the right intention that you want to help somebody, you know, and you want to give with the right energy. Um, it's all about people, and the money is just a tool. So if we give with the right intention, then guess what? You'll get that coming back to you tenfold. And so, the universe it does not discriminate. If you get out bad intentions and you have the wrong energy, guess what? You're going to get bad intentions and the wrong energy coming back to you tenfold. And that's just how the universe works. So you got to be intentional about what you're doing and have the right intention and the right mindset and the right energy. I hope that makes sense. And then I encourage you to scroll down a little further and you'll see our video row. On our video row, we have a series of videos that's been here for a while, and the reason why we have these videos here, because it really does get you thinking in the right direction. And not saying that these videos are the be all and end all, but these videos will spark some type of uh, 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 energy in you to really go out and seek more information, and that's all we can hope for. And so hopefully that you'll look at these videos and it encourages you to go out and seek what this information is trying to put out and get, and lead you in a direction to where you will learn more about what's going on. This is information that you normally don't get in mainstream media, news, corporations, governments. You really don't get that from them. You have to come here to a place like 14 Eagles and other areas to where you get this type of information. All right, so take heed to this information and do your own research. Go out here and seek your truth, and that's what it's all about. And so once you seek that and you get it, then we ask you to come back to 14 Eagles and give it to us as well. Okay, we're here to help each other. Each one teach one. That's what this is all about. And if you don't do anything else, we encourage you to join our newsletter. Okay, join our newsletter so you can get our email updates that we send out on a weekly basis. So you'll be on our email database, so you can get our updates, so you can stay abreast and attuned to what's going on with 14 Eagles, and more particularly the video of the week that we put out on a weekly basis, which will really um, uh, put you in a direction of gaining information and knowledge of the videos of the weeks that we put out, especially the series that has been going out for the past 3-4 weeks, and we have more coming out every week. So stay tuned, because it's a lot of good information, a lot of information that you want to go and seek out and research. So it's going to be a lot of valuable information like that coming out. So we really encourage you to get the newsletter so you can start getting our email updates. All right. So now, as we get further into this, what I want to do, and I always like to do this, there's a video that I like to show that really puts things in perspective. And, every time I see this video, I always see something different. I may have looked at this video at least 50 times already. And so I really encourage you to look at this video, pay attention to it, and see what you get out of it, because every aspect of this video is what 14 Eagles is really all about. So let's get into this real quick. Are you a connector?
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere, with anyone, at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it? Are you ready for the details?
All right. That is such a powerful, powerful video. And I hope you got something from that, because I always do. You know, are we connectors? Are we able to connect with others? You know, I've always said that you know, we're all connected in some kind of way. Um, uh, and that's why it's always best. I'm sorry. Hold on. I apologize. All right. There we go. Apologize. Yeah, that's why it's always best to treat people the way that you want to be treated, right? Because, see, we're all connected. We all come from the same source, right? So, you know, if we do something to someone else, then guess what? It's just like doing it to ourselves. And that's the way that we got to see things. You know, we have to be good to one another, because if we be good to one another, then we're just like being good to ourselves, because that's going to come back to us in some way or another. The universe does not discriminate, okay? So we have to be careful of our intentions. Powerful, powerful stuff. But here, if we come back to the 14 Eagles community website, and we go to the 14 Eagles video page, here you'll see our platform presentation, the presentation for the 14 Eagles platform. Here you want to watch this video, and you'll see exactly how the platform works as far as our gifting platform. It's very simple, very easy to do. Very short video, but it's very succinct in letting you know just how the platform works. Once you watch the video, then right below the video are all the instructions on how to get signed up and the whole process of how to go through the gifting process from A to B, A to Z. All right, so everything is right here for you. Get with the person that invited you. They can help walk you through this process. Very easy and very simple. Okay, using technology is to our advantage. Okay, but we have to put technology in its proper perspective. It's all about the people, not about the technology. The technology is what we use to try to advance and help ourselves. All right. So we want to use it in the right way, but we still want to have that human connection. We still want to have that human camaraderie, that we all work together to help each other move to whatever goals that we want to attain. All right? And we can't do it all by ourselves. We need each other to be able to do that and to form a society and bring good around the world. So we use technology to help us to do that. And that's what we're trying to do here. All right. So there is a level of camaraderie here, a level of connection between people. All right. So it's not all totally 100% computer generated, okay, or artificially generated. So there is some manual things that you have to do with our gifting platform, but it's all good. Okay, because we do have to speak to one another. We have to talk to one another. We have to work with one another. And that's what it's all about. Right? So, a lot of times when people get involved with gifting, their main focus is the money. And it's very understandable for that, Um, think about it. 95% of our decisions is based on money, is a money decision. Just to take the family out to dinner, that's a money decision. Because if you don't have the money, you can't do that, right? So money is very important in the societies that we live in around the world. Okay, but it is not the be all do all. Right? People are, okay, because people can make it even without money. Our energy and our ingenuity and our know-how, we can learn how to do things without money. We've just become conditioned to have money, in our lives. We've been conditioned that way. And that's why we have to have that little shift in thinking. We have to have that little shift in thinking and uplift our conscious awareness about what's going on around us. Because if we shift our thinking just a little bit, then the money is really is not a problem at all. Okay, we don't even have to worry about money if we just shift our thinking. See, we've been conditioned to worry about the lack of money. We've been conditioned in that way, and that's been done on purpose, and we have to understand that. And that's why if we just shift the way that we think, uplift our conscious awareness, then we can see through all of that stuff. We can see through all of that conditioning. We can kind of uncondition ourselves and to see the things the way that they really are. Right? And so that's why a lot of people come to gifting platforms and all they're thinking about is the money. And then the next thing they know, it's died out. No more money. And then what? Then it's on to the next thing, right? That's the way that it is. Until we learn how to work together as a community, then the money becomes no problem. There's no issue with the money. And so, a lot of people look at 14 Eagles as receiving a $2 gift. Wow, I can't do anything with a $2 gift. Okay, well, it's all about how you look at it and the way you think about it. So, if we change our thinking, then the issue of money is no issue at all. Okay, let me show you this. Maybe this will put it in perspective. Watch this quick video real quick.
Reach their fortunes. In order to do this, I want you to pretend that I can grant you one wish from two choices. Choice one is this: I will give you $1 million. Or choice 2 is that you get 1 cent that doubles every day for 31 days. On top of that, you have to drive 1 hour north to meet a friend of mine named Vendela. She will double your cent and give you 2 cents, and then you have to drive all the way back home. Then on day 2, you take your 2 cents back to Vendela, and she doubles your 2 cents and gives you 4 cents, and then you drive back. Well, you do this every day for 31 days. Which would you choose? $1 million or 1 cent doubled every day? Well, as a factory worker, it wasn't even a contest. $1 million for me, please. Who wants to run around for pennies? Here is where we find out that ignorance is not bliss. If you have a calculator, you can follow along and check it out for yourself. In day 1, you have 1 cent. Day 2, you double it and you have 2 cents. Day 3, you double it, you get 4 cents. That doubles and becomes 8 cents, and by the 10th day, you'll have $5.12. How embarrassing if you took the penny a day. Let's look at the 11th day. $5.12 doubles and becomes $10.24, then it doubles and becomes $20.48, and then it doubles and becomes $40. And in the 20th day, that doubles and becomes $5,242.88. Well, it's still not looking too good if you chose the penny. But what happens in the 21st day? 5,000 doubles and becomes 10,000, 10 doubles and becomes 20, and on the 28th day, $671,000 doubles and becomes $1.3 million. But wait a minute, we didn't agree to 28 days. We agreed to 31 days. And so on the 29th day, 1.3 doubles becomes 2.6 million. And 30th day, 2.6 million becomes 5.3 million. And in the final day of our agreement, day 31, $5,368,709.12 doubles, which is $10,737,418.20. Now who's laughing all the way to the bank? This is what the smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein, said when he was asked what he thought was one of the most powerful things on earth. He said that the 8th wonder of the world was compound interest. And so here's how we can make compound interest work for you.
All right. Think about it. A penny? Really, if you really thought about it, most people don't really look at a penny and doubling a penny every day for 31 days, ending up with over $10 million. Okay, let's be real. That's the furthest thing from a person's mind when you talk about a penny and what you can do with a penny. See, because we're not conditioned to think that way. All right, we're not conditioned to think that something small can become something big. We've been conditioned the opposite. Everything has to be big. Everything has to be right now. Everything has to be, what they call it, the microwave mentality. See, this is what we've been conditioned to do. Well, we have to shift our thinking. And that's the whole matter of what we're talking about here at 14 Eagles. This is what we're all about at 14 Eagles. Changing the way we think, uplifting our conscious uplifting our conscious awareness, working together, connecting with one another. That's what it's all about. Because if we do that, then guess what? Money is no issue. Imagine compounding a penny to make $10 million in 30 days. What if you compounded people? Then what would that $2 gift look like in 14 Eagles? See, if we think of it like that, then that puts a whole different perspective on it, right? So, yeah. So that's what it's all about. Building a community. Building the community is the key. And seeing here at 14 Eagles, we have programs to where if you have a community and you're building your team and your community, okay, through your sphere of influence, and you're building a community of people, guess what? We have different programs within the 14 Eagles community that you can get involved with, and money won't be an issue. Money won't be an issue. And we have more coming that's going to be added to the community. And so you can pick your choice. And you already have a community to come behind you with that same vigor and mindset. So that's what it's all about, and that's what 14 Eagles is trying to get people to see. Okay, It's not about competing with one another. It's about working with one another and having fun with one another, okay? And reaching our endeavors in life that we want to reach, attaining the heights that we want to attain, because you can't do it by yourself. So I hope that makes sense, and I really hope that people get to see what 14 Eagles really truly means in what we're trying to do. I hope you see it and come along with us, and because we're going all around the world with 14 Eagles, and we want you to come with us. And so, in closing, what I want to do now, and for those of you that know, we're going to make this song. This is our song. We're going to we're going to get this song to get a Grammy somehow, some way. This song is going to get a Grammy. We're going to do it, okay? And this is the song that we're going to use to manifest. If money is your thing, then manifest the money. Manifest it. We have the power to do that, okay? And this song is going to put us in that mode to manifest the money to come to you, okay? To come to you, and doing it through the community. Okay. So this is how we're going to close it out. Money coming to me.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe money keeps coming to me. It's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, working and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. Feel like it's already here. More than enough to shop, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save. There's plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, working and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Well, more than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save, with plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, and I receive it. Come on, come on, come on. Feel like it's already here. Come on, come on, come on.
All right, money is coming to me. Is it coming to you? It can. All right, so we're going to close this out. I want to bring up our fearless leader, Greg Phillips. Are you open?
Yes, I'm open. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead and close us out, brother.
All right, I surely will, man. Great call. Appreciate your time and your efforts, man. Family, we just want everybody to know that, we're here for each other. Nobody owns 14 Eagles. Nobody controls 14 Eagles. We are all in this together. So what we want you to do, as I said at the beginning of the call, let your friends and family come for themselves. Let them listen in. Let them get their questions answered. Let them decide if they want to join us or not. Your job is just to try to get them here so they can see this for themselves. This is a very unique and rare program that we have here. And like Brian was saying, we understand you need money and stuff like that there. And one of the reasons why we use a system that's more manual, I guess, is because it gets people talking to each other, too. We have to talk to each other and make sure we're getting and receiving the gifts and stuff like that there, because we want people to understand that this is a community. We all understand that, your problems are our problems. Your love and your concerns for the world are the same things that we have. And we just need to come together because, anything else that you want to do, I don't care if you want to start a business or whatever what the case may be, you get together with some friends and family and everybody puts in, $2 to 3 people. It's nothing you can't do. There's really nothing you can't do. And this is the best way, I feel really in my heart, to start anything that you want to start. Because, hey, $6, that's like a sandwich at McDonald's or something like that there if you're lucky. So, let your friends and family know. Let them see what we have. Let them decide for themselves if this is for them. We want everybody to be with us, but this is not for everybody. This is for people who want to help other people. Bryant, back to you.
Very well said. Very well said. And again, we're here every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every now and then we're not able to make it because of, technical difficulties or things that's going on. But for the most part, we're here every Thursday night, come rain or shine, no matter if anybody's here or not. And we record these all the time. So if you can't make it, no worries. Make sure that you get on our email list, our data newsletter, and so you can get our email updates and get the recording. Send the recording out to people so they can see what 14 Eagles is all about. And again, if you have any questions, be sure to call us. Send us an email at controltower@14eaglesden.com, or they can call us at 301-684-1216. And we're here to answer any questions that you may have about 14 Eagles and what you may not know or might not understand. We're here to help. If you're having problems with the platform or anything like that, we're here for you. Okay? So with that being said, we appreciate those of you who could make it. Those of you that are watching the video, we appreciate you because you could be anywhere else at this very moment, but you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that. We don't take that for granted. So with that being said, hey, look, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we hope to see you next Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody.